Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Devil's Advocate. I know this one's kicking out a little bit later, but I ain't gonna lie. I need to wait for the election to be over. Okay, so interesting. So a couple things. Let's talk about a couple things because we can. Number one, Devil's Advocate has hit 20 episodes as of the last episode with I did a trio with Greg and Victoria, and it was on pilot trucks and truck drivers. So we had a conversation about that. That was my 20th episode that dropped. Now, as I've told you guys before, I'm kind of more in like the 50 and 100 episodes drop, but a win is a win, and you always got to take the wins when you get them. So thank you for everybody for following along with me and listening to my crazy. And we're going to keep the crazy coming because it's how we roll over here. Okay. Elections happened on the 28th. We are now the 30th. The aftermath is now falling down. People are running around hurting their own feelings and taking it out on everybody else. That's fucking great. I don't give a shit what party you voted for. What I care is that you went out and voted. Thank you for everybody that voted. Your voice matters. Your vote counts. What I do know is that the Liberals are a minority. I know a lot of wonderful other candidates from the Conservative side, some Green and some NDP, and a lot of Bloc Québécois got on. Means they're all in the House of Commons. Means that your voice is going to be heard through those representatives that you chose. So stop acting all ass hurt and running around crying that your party didn't make it into where you want it to. The reality here is that Mark Carney still has a lot of Conservatives, Bloc Québécois, NDP, and Green to consort with and to get on his side as long as it makes sense. So if his shit don't make sense, you've got people with your voice. They got your back. You chose them. Okay? So what I am going to say is that I've had lots of conversations with different people since this has happened, and everyone has a different point of view. This is what we're not going to fucking do. We're not going to hate each other. We're not going to talk about how like the left doesn't have enough knowledge and the right doesn't have enough knowledge, because you know what? That is the worst thing you can do. Government and politics and all the bullshit is like the biggest narcissists on the face of this earth. They will paint a picture for you, claim that they're going to do it, never do it. And then when we ask them why they didn't do it, they're like, I never said anything about that. Or they defer or they deflect. They are the biggest narcissists. They make you think you're fucking crazy that they even said it. So I don't know why everyone's like going against each other. It's like, you know what? You chose your person. You were good with it. If your person made it in, great. If your person didn't, oh well. Here's what I'm going to tell you. The people that you voted for, your candidates, not Poilievre, not Carney, unless they were in your riding, okay? The people you voted for, if they won, they are your voice. If they did not, that's okay. There's always another election. And here's the best part. We are a democratic society. We are sovereignty. We can crack some heads. We're Canadian. We're savage. What the fuck? I don't know why everyone's all fucking crazy. The Americans are running around having a moment, freaking the fuck out. And I'm sitting there going, invoke your Second Amendment rights. Has anyone down there read the actual fucking Constitution where it says, the right to bear arms? Why the right to bear arms is a thing. And it's about government overthrowing you on your own property, taking away your freedoms. This is what it's about. So you think Canada, like us as a bunch of savages, because we are savage, all of us. I don't give a shit what culture, what race, what color, I don't give a shit who you are, what tier you live in, what part of what economic aspect you're part of. We're all fucking savage. You come threatening us and we're coming for you. That's just who we are. It doesn't matter what generation you are. We're all created fucking same up here. We're all a little nuts. So, I mean, we are, Canada is the fuck around and find out. Okay, we really are. We're quiet until you piss us off, and then we're coming for you. And that goes for our government. It goes for our government. So we just need the right people. When I say that, I mean there are a lot of amazing, influential people, not necessarily government, okay, just people in general that are part of this wonderful country that need to use their voices properly and say, we're not going to fight. We're not going to divide. We're not going to, we're going to give the government, not liberals, not conservatives, the government, an opportunity to show us what they're going to do in 30, 90, 120 days. That is going to set the tone for how this shit's going to move forward. Stop listening to all the noise. Everyone's like, have you read the Carney book? Have you been listening to fucking Pierre and his fucking John A. MacDonald bullshit? Have you been paying attention that they want to sell off Alberta? That's how they're going to get out of this fucking debt. He promises it in 4 years. They're going to sell Alberta, and Alberta doesn't want to be sold, and they're going to become their own country. Like, just shut the fuck up. Until that's a problem, or until there's actual talk where we have heard it, because Albertans aren't just going to like willingly be like, oh yeah, no problem. We're not just going to willingly do that. So that's going to have to come down the pipe before anything's really signed, because Albertans are a little nutty. We're all a little nutty out here. So, I mean, you guys are worried about Ontario. I wouldn't worry about Ontario. It's Alberta. Alberta and Quebec, which I find really funny. And this is an argument I'm going to make, and it's going to piss a lot of you off, but it's true. I'm originally from Quebec. I was born in Quebec. Okay. And my parents brought me out to Alberta when I was a babe. So here's the thing. Although I was raised in Alberta, I went back to Quebec many, many times. I'm sorry, you probably hear my cat crying in the background. She's having a moment. It's my daughter's cat. Anyway, if you hear her, apparently she has an opinion too. So this is what I'm going to say. I find Alberta and Quebec to be similar in the ideas of separating and, you know, and wanting to go to the beat of their own drum and not being heard. And I'm going to mock us a little bit, but like, wah, I want this and you're not fair, mom. And it's like, they're both similar. And so I'm like, you guys, stop it. Like, Quebec, here's the thing. The Bloc Québécois, I'm not opposed to the Bloc Québécois. However, it is only in one province. We don't vote for any Bloc Québécois across Canada. So as a party, I'm kind of surprised that they're still there as an actual party, because it is kind of showing that they are kind of separate in their own little way. But I mean, sometimes, you know, it's like mom giving the baby a lollipop. He wants the chocolate cake, but she's like, here's the lollipop. That will suffice for right now. Sounds like shit, guys. I'm sorry. But that's kind of like, these are the optics, right? It's opinion based. Everyone's like, oh, it's for entertainment purposes. Well, it is kind of for entertainment purposes. Kind of funny. Some of you be pissed off. Some of you like, don't get in your feelings about it. Okay. Like it's an opinion. It's an opinion. So it's my opinion. It might be a shit opinion, and that's okay. I'm good. We all got fucking opinions. Not all of them are great. I'm not going to agree with everybody, but what I am going to say, as someone who does have a voice that goes a little further than just their little tiny nook and cranny, don't fight. Be happy with what you have right now. Live in the moment right now. And let's see what this government is going to do. Okay? Because it could be a shit show, or it could be something amazing. I really hope to God that the fucking conspiracy chatters of this, that, and the other thing, and things that people find online about Alberta allegedly being in works to be sold or all this, I hope that's fucking bullshit. I really do. Because there's a lot of very proud Albertans that are very proud Canadians. I would be really hard pressed to think that they're going to start selling off pieces of us like we're a broken company. You know how those big wigs come in? We're gonna pull a little, you know, we're gonna pull a little piece of Pretty Woman. Do you remember what Richard Gere did in there? So what was his name? Lewis would buy companies, break them apart, and sell them off. I'm hoping that's not what this is. So that would be pretty, I mean, for me, I'm a little hard pressed to believe it. I mean, everyone's going to have a conspiracy theory. Everyone's going to have a theory, and everyone's going to have ideas of what could possibly be. At the end of the day, amongst all the noise, there's validity in all of it on some level. What it is, I don't know. And I'm not about to start, you know, telling you what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm just a girl that just hangs out and talks through her microphone. But honestly, like, don't fight with each other. Canada's not like that. Canada should not be like that. We should not be fighting with each other. Like, I'm not going to lie to you though. Some of the memes are really funny. Like, it's like there's a reel where a guy is like outside sipping his coffee and he's like, hey neighbor. And the neighbor's like, it had like the text on top is like pulling down their Pierre Poilievre sign. And she's like, fuck you. And he's just like, he's like, okay, we have a good day. And she's like, I fucking hate you. And it's like, what? It's funny, but it shouldn't be happening. Like, it shouldn't be happening. if you're pulling down your Polyev sign or you're pulling down your candidate sign, like I'm an Airdrie, so my conservative candidate was, I don't remember his last name. It sounds really bad. Well, I didn't vote conservative, but his name is Blake. And there's tons of those signs. I would hope that nobody would sulk. I'm pretty sure Blake won. If I haven't had a chance to check, I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I fell asleep and I was trying to find out who won in our area, but I've been too busy yesterday doing what I need to do for me. So my company. So I'm going to go look at it. It sounds like shit, right? I was like, do a podcast, like do your fucking research, Lisa. Well, you know what? I didn't do my fucking research. So I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure Blake won. He's very well known in Airdrie and he's conservative. And I mean, like we're probably fucking conservative out here is what it is. But here's what I'm going to tell you. If you voted for your candidate, okay, it was conservative because I was not for Pierre Poilievre, okay? I do not like him. I do not like his message. I think you guys needed a new leader, okay? If you voted for your candidate, in my brain, that makes sense because a lot of times you're looking at what your candidate is going to do for you, for your area, for us as a whole. It's like it's going to be our voice, right? And I hate to say it, but like we got two leaders that didn't even get their seats. Like their ridings, they lost. So to me, that speaks volumes. Absolutely it does. Which tells me that those people should not be leading their parties anymore. They probably should have never been leading their parties, but regardless, I digress. So let's not be mean. Let's focus on the wins right now. Let's focus on the wins within us, not politics. We need to see what's going to come out of that. Let's just stand back. It's like a fucking movie. Get a Coke, get a popcorn. Let's watch what's going to go down. Might be a horror movie, might be a thriller, might be a comedy. I don't know. Might be a fucking love story. Who fucking knows? I don't know. Might be all of them jammed into one. Not a hundy on it. It is the government. At the end of the day, when it comes down to finger pointing and blame, nobody's better at it than people that are high politically driven start pointing fingers. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, all of you that voted conservative are fucking stupid and you guys don't have an idea of what's going on. No, you know what? I'm going to say, if you voted conservative, I think that's your choice. That's your choice. And you know what? Your candidate might be something that's really good in the House of Commons. I'm not in your riding. I don't know. I'm not paying attention to all the candidates. I'm listening to the leader who sounds like a jackass. And then I'm paying attention to the candidates in my riding. That's what I'm doing. So for the candidates that made it forward and are now in the House of Commons, congratulations. You all deserve it. I'm glad that you're there. And I'm glad that you're a voice for Canada, reflecting all different sides. So love that Elizabeth May made it in. Mark Carney made it in. I do like Elizabeth. It's funny. My other half voted Green and he's like, I think this is hilarious. I'm just watching everybody lose their shit, but I voted Green. I'm like, yeah, well, that's it, right? Is it people get really passionate about whether their candidate wins or not. And it's like, did your candidate win? Because if your party didn't win, it's not a big deal. And your party technically won a lot of seats for conservative. And we're still, like, liberals are still a minority government. So everybody just needs to calm fuck down. Just stop running off, hurting your own feelings, and then taking to online and crying about how everyone's an idiot. Like, let's just, you're showing your colors. What you're showing me is that you are easily manipulated via emotions. All I got to do, you've given me your button. That's all you've done. So someone like me looks at that. Now, there's two different types of people. There are people who exploit your button, and there are people who are like, oh, thanks for showing me your button. Hope you don't come toe to toe with me because it's not going to be a good day for you. But I don't go out and purposely exploit people's buttons. If anything, I just say, you know what? Let's not be that. Let's not be this. Let's be something different. But for people that you are showing your button to, that you're emotionally wrapped up, and I was for a moment. I was emotionally wrapped up when everything kind of came down the pipe, and you know, and I had disagreements with people that I love about it, and then I realized, you know what? No, that's not. That's not what I stand for. That's not who I am. It's not what I'm about. So, like, let's not do that, right? But don't, because the minute you take to online and start being like, this person's the problem, that person's the problem, do you know why we're in crisis? Because of this party and that party, and whoever voted is an idiot. Don't do that. All you're doing is showing me how to piss you off. And then I win because I emotionally get You have allowed me power over you. Don't do that shit. Don't show everybody the power play. What are you doing? Why do you think they tell you that if you're going to be successful in life, you walk in silence? You don't show people your weaknesses. Don't do that shit. I'm sure most of you know what my weaknesses are simply because I've said them on my podcast. And most people in my position have a similar weakness. So, and if they want to see me get triggered, I usually will get triggered pretty quickly by that one thing. Most people in my position will get triggered by that one thing. Most, not all. I can't group everybody in. Everyone's their own person. But yeah. So, yay, 20th episode. This will be the 21st launching today. We've got some really great people coming on. Let's talk about it. We've got Sue from Travis Engineering. She is one of the directors for Travis Engineering. She's fun. I love Sue. Sue's got a past. We're going to talk about her story. She's a great lady. And then we've also got my another acquaintance friend. Her name is Sonia Perron. She's coming on. She's in Quebec. She runs a company. SPCTE is her company, and it is all about 3 parts of the mind and understanding the aspects of those parts of the mind. We talk about the Myers-Briggs kind of like personality test and how this is like takes it to the next level. How the Myers-Briggs test, it can change. So like you take it in 3 months. Yes, you will identify as that personality type, but in 3 months based on events that are occurring, things that are happening, it may change. And it's true because I remember when I first took it, I don't know, I was like in my early 30s, maybe before I had kids. So it was a long fucking time ago. Anyway, I was the commander. And then after I had kids, I was the protagonist. And then after that, I was something else. I don't remember, if I'm being honest with you. So it keeps changing based on life events. And then it would go back and forth between a couple of them. But this testing that she does is really good for employers. It's really good for people in general. And she even did it to save her own marriage. Now, let's be realistic. Some marriages don't need to be saved. Okay, let's start there. Let's end with, if you feel that your marriage should not be ending and there's miscommunication and you need to work on the communication and nobody has really done anybody super dirty, where it's not a point of no return, then I would encourage you to try this. She said it worked really well for her. Do you want to know how do you want to know how you stay married? Don't do renovations together. Okay? Don't do it. Don't renovate together. I mean, they say it right in like American Dad. I love Seth MacFarlane. I think he's great. But American Dad, like, look what happened to like Francine and Stan. Like, and it was, I'm not gonna lie, you guys should go watch that episode. If you watch American Dad, I think it's hilarious. I fall asleep to it because I watch it all the time because I love it. But it's one of those, there's an episode where Stan and Francine do a renovation and their neighbors, Greg and Terry, are like, okay, I guarantee you can't get through a renovation together. And they're like, if you get through the renovation, then we're going to give you this. But if you don't, then we get your marriage license, which is kind of funny. But anyway, if you know, you know. But it's true. If you want to stay together, don't marry a narcissist. I know we don't know they're there until they show up after you're married. It's great. Surprise, I'm a dick. Yeah. Maybe let's not marry the person that shows us all the red flags, which sucks because all of us, like, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. It's like someone shows like little red flags, and they're little because there's so much kind of like good that they've shown you that they hide it really well. And then all of a sudden you're like, you're sitting in like this puddle of like self-loathing of what you've done and what you've chosen and why you're fucking here. And then you're looking over at the other person like, how the fuck did I not see this? And then you start thinking about it and you're like, oh my God. That's what I say. Hindsight's 20/20, and it's a lifelong lesson. Because then in hindsight, you're like, I had the cheat code and I just breezed past it. Idiot. So a lot of times with any type of abuse that goes on in a relationship, when you're coming out of it, male or female, the first challenge is healing yourself, forgiving yourself. Because that's one thing that a lot of people do. We have a lot of pride. Most people that end up with abusive people, they're actually really not weak people. They're actually really strong. They're smart. They're educated. They're driven. They're entrepreneurs. There's a lot of really great qualities. And so what happens is these people, including someone like myself, we beat ourselves up. Why did we not see this? This is what we do for a living. We have to oversee these things, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, don't just stop where you are and just be like, you know what? It happened. I gave this person a chance. I genuinely cared for who they were. And here's the kicker. Most people like myself are fixers, which means that we weren't like, oh, is this project, Joshua or something. What it is it's more like, I want them to see the world through my eyes. They seem like they're going through a lot. Let's just help change their perception. Because as you get older, it's not change them, it's change their perception, which is, it's the same fucking thing at the end of the day. It's a goddamn challenge. We're not doing projects. I'm not into projects anymore. No, thank you. No one lives with me. I'm good. I get up in the morning, and if I want to scratch my ass and make pancakes, that's what I'm going to fucking do. Maybe not in that order. Maybe I wash my hands in between because that's fucking gross. But here we go. That's where we're at. So, but anyways, her test, amazing. And so we talk about that. Then we've got another wonderful person coming on. She works for the moving industry. So we've lined up her podcast, but we haven't done it yet. So that one should probably drop next month, or the month after. I don't know. Cause I always like to come on here and have my little fucking tirades. So anyways, thank you for everybody who voted. Thank you for everybody who wants to try and bring truth, but let's just stand back and see what's going to happen. I don't think giving certain aspects of truth as long as you have something to back it up. Okay. Receipts and not AI receipts. They don't count. Receipts, actual receipts is good because then you know what? People want to know the truth. The truth is what's going to set us free, but we also don't want mass hysteria either. So we want to be able to make sure that we're doing this the right way. And we don't want to like lose our shit and become a bunch of, loose cannons and freak out. So let's just be kind to each other. Okay. Because we're not trying to create a bigger fucking problem for mental health because everybody's out here with hurt feelings because their party didn't win. Okay. Let's all fucking take a breath and be nice. My candidate, I don't think my candidate won, but I'm not out here having a fucking cry fest and telling people are stupid. I don't think anybody's stupid. I think everybody has a voice. Like I said in my joke, it was like yesterday we campaigned, today you voted. We all gotta be happy with who we voted for. You can't even be mad if the libs are fucking minority government. If your candidate got in, your candidate's your voice. So let's all just take a minute to breathe. And I'd say don't do anything crazy, but you know what? Let's end on let's love each other and remember that we all bring value to this beautiful country. All of us, everybody at every level brings value. So you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Let's see what this is going to do. And I will catch you guys on the flip sides and see what's happening at that point. And then maybe we'll talk about it. But for any of you that want to come on to the Devil's Advocate podcast, you can email me at lisa@lpmenterprises.net. Or you can hit up my website, lpmenterprises.net. Click on podcast and it'll bring you to a link. Because I'd love to hear from you. If you want to chat with me, let's chat. It's just a conversation. I don't have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with me, but we just got to respect each other. That's it, right? Got to expect the differences. Respect the differences. I can't even speak. I need another coffee. Okay, everybody. Have an amazing week.